little bit on? Oh, still got a little bit on. Okay.
So, Professor Vicki Morrison from Troy University. It's so nice to be here to talk to you today. I know you had a wonderful time at the Fitzgerald Gala last weekend.
Oh,
Tell me, what was your favorite part of the gala?
The favorite part of the gala was actually just being there and being able to see and be a part of it, what was going on. Of course, it was the 100th anniversary of Zelda Fitzgerald's debutante, her dance. She was 16 years old and she danced at the Montgomery Country Club, and she did her own version of, one of the really nicer ballet dances. And when she did this, a certain young gentleman who was in the Army by the name of F. Scott Fitzgerald saw her dancing there, and I think it was instant. It was definitely an instant burst of, his attraction to her was just awesome. He just fell totally head over heels in love with her.
That was awesome.
It was.
I hate that I missed it.
Yeah.
But I know that you did a presentation in the last year or two about Zelda's life. One little tidbit can you tell me that is just a little known fact about Zelda? Not that it's unknown, but that most people don't know.
Okay. One of the little known facts about Zelda is that it has been determined since her death, of course, and since psychiatry has developed more of an understanding of the different nuances involved in mental illness, and they have decided that she actually was bipolar. She was, of course, during her lifetime diagnosed as being schizophrenic. And schizophrenia at the time was a new type of, we won't call it disease so much as it was just, it was an illness. And they were trying out different methods, shall we say. One of those methods was lobotomy. But more than anything else, they were using shock treatment, the electric shock treatment. Almost, it makes you think of Frankenstein movies, that sort of thing. So she had that occur in her life several times. She had, no matter where she was, whichever asylum she was staying at, she did undergo electric shock treatment.
So she was in many different asylums?
Basically, she began to be ill when they were in Europe, and she was having difficulties because, as you know, bipolarism evidences itself with, extreme high mania and then extreme lows, the depression, right? And so when someone starts acting on those two different kinds of extremes immediately, especially back then, it was, something's wrong with her. And it was definitely considered mental illness. So there were asylums for that, especially for the rich. The rich had more like retreats than asylums, but also involved in those retreats were retreat months. Okay, so her first one was in Switzerland. That's the first one that Scott placed her in. It was voluntary, of course, for her as well, but she stayed for a while, off and on. Yeah.
Now, she was in one asylum that caught fire.
Yes.
And she was there.
In Asheville, North Carolina. She had been there several times, off and on. And, of course, Scott Fitzgerald died in 1940 of a sudden heart attack. And Zelda was at home with her mother in Montgomery at the time. But she also was back and forth to the same really nice asylum, if you will call any asylum nice. It was a nice, for the well-to-do retreat place. So she was there off and on several times. So she had been there, she had been back and forth a couple of times, and then when Scott went to live in Hollywood, he wrote several screenplays for the Hollywood producers, and while he was there, Zelda was back and forth in the asylum in Asheville, North Carolina. And after he died in 1940, not long after that, she went back and then she stayed. And she was there in Asheville, North Carolina. They were asleep. She was on, I think she was on the 4th floor. I may be mistaken about that. But anyway, they were locked in and there was no escape. and 8 women died on her floor. They died of smoke inhalation. She was one of the 8. Yeah.
So I guess that is a little known fact. I'm sure it's not an unknown
It's
fact,
not an
but that's
unknown
not
fact.
something that is
Right,
really,
right.
put out there as.
Her bipolarism is more the unknown fact or the unproven. I mean, how can you really prove something after someone's death? But based on all the notes, the psychiatric notes, and all the different types of cures that they tried, it really does appear that she was bipolar rather than schizophrenic.
Now you're on the board of directors for the Fitzgerald Museum.
I am.
And what do you do?
I'm involved with the International Society board members and with fundraising. So what I do is just talk with the international board members. We have over 1,000. The International Fitzgerald Society is it's a really great society. They get together every couple of years in different places in the world that pertain to Scott and Zelda. So last year in 2015, it was in Ireland. And then in 2017, it will be in St. Paul, Minnesota, which is F. Scott Fitzgerald's home city. His native place.
Awesome. So we have something to look forward to.
Yes,
Well, thank you
absolutely.
so much for talking with me and taking the time to tell me more about Zelda and F. Scott Fitzgerald.
I enjoyed it.
Awesome. Well, I'll be in touch again soon. Thank you.
You're welcome.